Hari Om everyone, I welcome all of you to today's session. In this session, we will learn Bhagavad Gita Shloka in chapter 14, Shloka 27. So, I request all of you to please keep your back straight, join your hands, close your eyes, and chant the shloka along with Sanvi, who will be repeating after me with your mics on mute. Let's start. ब्रह्मणो हि प्रतिष्ठाहम्
ब्रह्मणो हि प्रतिष्ठाहम्
amṛitasyāvyayasya च
amṛitasyāvyayasya च
śhāśhvatasya च dharmasya
śhāśhvatasya च dharmasya
sukhasyaikāntikasya च.
sukhasyaikāntikasya च.
Thank you, Sanvi. Jia, could you please read the meaning for us?
I am the basis of the formless Brahman, the immortal and the imperishable of the eternal dharma and of unending divine bliss.
Thank you so much, Diya. Jia, now let us get into the meaning of the shloka. Today is our lucky day. We have a genie. You all know who a genie is, right? Show me a thumbs up if you do know. He is the one who grants all your wishes. So if you say, I want that, then he has all the power to grant that to you, to give you that. So we'll have only three lucky people for now who will share their wishes. If you have a genie now, what are the three things you would ask that genie? Yes, Sohan. Only three wishes.
I would ask the genie that I want to follow the path of dharma and be a true honester of Krishna.
Okay.
And another thing is I should be good at everything,
Okay. One more wish.
and I should know more about the details which happened in the past, which we cannot see in the present life.
Very nice. So we have three wishes from Sohan. Yes, Snigdha. What are your three wishes?
My first wish is that I have to I'm gonna ask the genie that I need to improve in maths because I'm currently not good at it. So I might become good at it. And then the second thing is that I would request the genie to make me like a really good singer, And the third wish I would ask the genie is to help me achieve my goal, like my dream job. Yeah, those are the three wishes.
Very nice. Thank you, Snigdha. Rohan, what are your three wishes?
My first wish is everyone in the world should be peaceful. There should be no war, especially, and even my wish is to understand maths well. And yeah, for now I only have two wishes. I haven't thought of the third one.
Okay, very nice. Thank you to all the three of you. There's a twist in this game because the game is not finished. There are no twists in it. The twist is the genie tells you can't ask for three wishes. You can ask for only one wish. But you can frame your question, frame your wish in such a way that you somehow get the three wishes fulfilled as well. So that's your hint. But you're going to come up with ideas about how you're going to do it. Who wants to attempt this? Snigdha.
So, even if I don't become a singer, it's fine. So,
Mhm.
like, I would, if it's only one wish, I would ask the genie, like, only to improve in maths because my job in the future includes, like, mostly only maths because there's nothing else in that. So, I would ask the genie for that.
for that, right? But now I want you all to think about it this way. What if, so Snigdha, if I'm not wrong, your three wishes were, one is to improve your math and to be a nice singer and to also be good at your job and find a dream job, right? These were the three wishes. So what if we frame the wish in this way? That Snigdha, whatever she does it really well. She gives her best, and somehow she's always improving at whatever she does. So that is the wish she asks for. So whatever I do, I become really good at it. I excel at whatever I do. So if she asked for that wish, then when she sings, she would sing really well. When she does math, she does math really well. And and of course, so you find a good job because of the skills you have. So whatever Snigdha does, she does it really well. She has great skills. So anyone would hire her and she would get her dream job. So that was how you would be able to ask for one wish and still be able to still have the genie grant all the three wishes you asked for. If that blew your mind, then show me that it blew your mind. Very nice. And here's a question I want to ask all of you. Did you know, or do you know that one thing, knowing which everything else becomes known? You don't have to understand it. You don't have to really answer the question. To simplify it, it's just one thing. And if you know that one thing, you know everything else. And this is the question that we'll answer in today's class. With that, here's the very first game we have for today. And that comes with a very challenging, very difficult question that I have to ask. So, who is that brave person who would like to attempt this? Okay, we have Snigdha. We have Snigdha. Okay, Snigdha. So here is the task. So in the next slide, you'll have something and you'll have to describe it. You can tell me what you see. You can tell me if you hear something. You just have to describe the thing on the next slide. So are you ready? Three,
Yes.
2, 1. Yeah, here you go. You can start describing it now.
It's nothing.
It's nothing.
Like it's a black area which has nothing. And if you want me to describe the color, then I can describe the color. It's
But it's nothing.
it's nothing. It's a blank space. There's nothing. There's no
You
sound
can
also.
see, yeah, there's no sound. And I'm assuming you can't smell something or hear
Yeah,
something.
we can't describe it. There's nothing to describe.
There's nothing. Now, this, I want all of you to think of it this way. Here is something that you can't see, you can't smell, you can't hear, you can't feel it. Here is something that you can't perceive. And that is the nirguna, the formless, something that has no qualities. When you look at this, do you feel a feeling of love? Do you hate it, what you see? Not really. You don't really feel anything because you feel there's nothing. There are no qualities. It has no qualities like anger or greed or even happiness. It just feels empty. It feels nothing, like Snigdha first described it. That is nirguna, something that has no form, that has no attributions to it, it has no qualities. That is nirguna. But what about those that have a form that can be perceived by our five senses? That is, you can touch it, you can smell it, you can see it. So, what are all of those? You can also taste it. So, what is that? It's called saguna. Everything that has a form and it has some qualities to it. So you can think of earth and everything inside earth, all of it comes under this. You can also think about the universe, sun, other planets, all of it comes under the saguna, something that you can see. Think of yourself. You can touch yourself, you can feel yourself, you can see yourself. So all of it is saguna. So there are both of these things, the nirguna and the saguna. Now look around you. Look at those your surroundings. You see different things. You probably see your mobile phone or your laptop. You see your bag. You will probably see some of your friends or family. You see a glass of water. So all of that is something that has a form, something that you can perceive through your five senses. But where is all of this? It's all in earth. Again, earth is something that you can perceive through your five senses. Now, where is this earth? Or simply think of this right here. What is this? This is space. It's nothing. There's nothing here. And that contains all of this. But can you perceive the space? Can you touch, feel, and can you taste it? No. That is something that you can't perceive. So everything that you can perceive through your five senses is situated within this, something that you cannot perceive. So all of this, which has a form, that has some qualities, all of it is situated in this, the one that has no qualities, the one that has no form. It's the formless. And both of this are the Brahman. The Brahman has both forms and it also has a nature where it's formless. Let this settle a bit. We'll come back to this. But here is something really fun. Tell us some experience of yours. Share it with us. Something that was fun, something that you really enjoyed. But this experience or incident should be at least 3 to 5 years old. Back, something that happened 5 years ago or 3 years ago. Something that's a little old. Tell us something you remember. Raise your hand if you can think of any incident. Sanvi, can you think of something? Sohan.
I remember I was a naughty kid and I was playing happy like that.
Oh, wow, very nice, very nice. Yes, Aditya.
In seventh grade, we had gone for a school trip from our. We had gone for a school trip with my. I'd gone for a school trip with my class, and we had gone to Honavar, and there we had gone near a river, and then near the river there was this. It was almost like early morning, and the sun was rising, and then we were standing near the river, and then it was really beautiful. It looked really nice, and it looked really calming.
Wow, very nice. Now I want you to think about that experience and that incident and who you were then. Has something changed? And what is it that has changed now? Has something changed in you or something that you can think of in general that has changed? So anyone can answer this. So Snigdha, do you want to answer?
I actually don't know, I'm thinking.
You can think about it, though, how you were then, and has something changed? Yes, Akshat.
Once, about when I was 4 years old, I had gone to Hampi with my brother.
Very nice. Now think about what has changed. I'll give you one hint and you'll have to give me other examples. I hope you grew taller from then. Did you grow taller?
Yes.
Now think of the other things that have changed, different things.
Like my weight has changed.
Weight has changed.
The way I speak
Hmm.
changed. I have got more knowledge.
You've got more knowledge and the way you speak has changed. Very nice. We'll also listen to Sohan. Yes, Sohan, what has changed?
Every human has a change in their life. So when I am a child, I learn ABC. So next step, next step, next step. We keep on going till we die.
Okay.
So we grow in everything. We'll get heavy. We'll get weightless. We'll grow higher, and after a few years, we'll stop growing. The growth is only for 18 years. So which us children can only do. Our parents can do it before 18 years and their max growth can be lasting till they die.
Very nice, Sohan. So Sohan mentioned how you grow different things. So it could be your height, your weight, also what you learn, what you do. That has also changed. Now think about all of these that have changed. Also, those have not answered. You can also think about all of it that has changed over the past few years. It could be different things. Some things that you very consciously observe. Oh, I'm growing taller. But some things that you probably don't really notice. Like you have so millions of cells dying, and you have so many new cells now. You've different changes in your body that you probably have not noticed. So there are all of these things that are changing. And you told me that it has changed. So there was something that changed and now it's different. So something has changed and you have observed it. You witnessed it. You witnessed the change. And for you to witness the change, there must have been something that has not changed, that has remained as is, and that is you. So you did not change, you just witnessed the change. That you were there then, you looked at how it was, and you've been seeing how that has evolved or changed, and here you are now telling us what changed. So there is something that never changed, and that is your true nature, your the consciousness, the awareness, something that simply witnessed the changing. And if you think about the nirguna and the saguna, the form and the formless, the form generally changes. It's always changing. So all that you can perceive through your five senses, the earth is changing. Its position, the way it looks from space also is changing. The things in earth, I am changing. The things that all of us noticed in our surroundings, all of that changes. So, but the nirguna, the formless, never changes. Like our consciousness, the awareness, that never changes. And that is Brahman. He never changes. He's the formless. And we looked at how both of them are Brahman. It's Brahman, the one with the form, and the formless as well. But Krishna says, I am the basis of this formless Brahman. I am in this. Like, I am, that is the true nature, the formless Brahman, and I am there, the unchanging, the one that is here. That is that, and I am the basis. That is what Krishna says. Here is the first thing we understood. Here's the second game. It's called the guessing game. But you may also know the answer already. But if you don't know, then you can guess. So I'll show you a picture and you'll have to give me the lifespan or guess the lifespan of the picture. So if I show you an insect's photo, then you'll have to guess what the lifespan of the insect could be. Here's a very beautiful butterfly. So who's going to guess the lifespan of this butterfly? Yes, Sohan.
I hope it would be um, from when the mother lays the eggs, it would take around when they are caterpillars, it will take around 5 to 10 years.
Okay, now let's look at the answer. The average lifespan of a butterfly is 4 weeks to 6 months.
What?
Yes. Now, who's going to guess the lifespan of a dog? Yes, Gia.
I think about like 2 years.
2 years.
No. Wait, another 10 years.
10 years? Okay, let's see. It's actually 10 to 15 years. Very nice. Now, I want you to guess the lifespan of not this leaf, but the one behind the leaf. A human. What's the lifespan of a human? This is easy. Yes, Shreyas.
Yeah, so around now it'll be around 60 to 80 years probably.
Very nice, very close. 70 to 90 years. Very nice. It's the average lifespan. Very nice, Shreyas. Here's the next picture. We have an elephant. Aditya, do you want to guess?
80 to 100.
Very close. So it's the average lifespan is 60 to 70 years. Very nice. And here's the last picture. An oak tree. Who's going to guess? Grihit.
So I think around 80 to 90 years.
It is 200 to 300 years. But did you know that there are some oak trees which have lived for over 1,000 years? But yeah, now look at this. You have different living organisms which have different lifespans. So just think about it. So they're born and then they live for a certain amount of years and then they die one day. So this is their lifespan. But if you think about the formless, or if you think about something that never changes, it doesn't have a birth and it doesn't have a death. It always exists. It has existed before. It still exists and it shall continue to exist always. Krishna says, I am the basis of that which is immortal and imperishable. Something that doesn't really have a lifespan, like a dog. It's born today, it lives for a certain number of years and dies one day. But the true us, the true nature, or Krishna doesn't really have a lifespan. He's here always. He's immortal and imperishable, which is also our true nature. If you think about it, the consciousness doesn't have a birth, nor does it have a death. It always exists. It never changes. It never evolves, and it will always continue to exist the way it has been existing. Here's our third game for today. So I'll show you pictures and you'll tell me what it does. Here's the first picture. It's of a sun. So what does the sun do? Yes, Shreyas.
It gives energy to plants for making food, and it gives solar energy.
Very nice. So the sun, it rises every day, it sets every day, and when it's here, it gives energy to plants. It does so many things. Very nice, Shreyas. What does the earth do? Yes, Snigdha.
The Earth is basically the planet we live in, so it gives us many things like water, land, and like food.
Very nice. You're right.
Many things.
So it gives us so many resources, and it's also rotating and revolving. It revolves around the sun. So that is what the earth does. What does a cuckoo do? So whoever wants to answer this will also have to make the sound a cuckoo makes. Who wants to answer that? Yes, Jia.
I can only do the sound, I think.
What does a cuckoo do?
It does.
Very nice. It sings, just like how Jia showed us. What does a cow do? Yes, Akshat.
It grazes and goes all around the streets, and it will be finally it sits in a place and it will be chewing whatever it has ate.
Very nice. That is what the cow does. It also gives us something. Who wants to tell us what it gives? Milk. Very nice. So the cow eats, it grazes, and it also gives us milk. That is what a cow does. And here's the last picture. It's of a tree. So what does a tree do? Yes, Grihit.
Tree gives us leaves and gives us fruits.
Very nice. So a tree gives us shade, it gives us fruits, it does so many, it gives us so many nice things. So this is what each of them does. So everything does something, and that is dharma. So what it does, the purpose. So cuckoo's purpose, the way its body is designed, it naturally sings. A sun can't sing, for example. A cow probably can't sing like a cuckoo. So different living beings do different things. So cuckoo sings, the earth rotates and revolves around the sun. The sun gives energy. It rises every day and sets every day. A cow gives milk. I don't think a tree gives milk. So like that. So different things have some purpose and it does it day in and day out. That is its dharma. Now, I want you to think about it similarly. What is your dharma? What do you do? Who wants to answer this? You can tell me, what do you do mostly? Sanvi, do you want to answer?
My dharma is to learn Bhagavad Gita and follow its virtues in
Very
daily
nice.
life.
Very nice. Yes, Rohan.
My dharma, according to me, at this age, is to gain as much knowledge as I can.
Very nice. And great answers, both Sanvi and Rohan. That is right. So we have different dharmas. For instance, because I have this body and I have to sustain this body, my dharma is also to eat good food, nutritious food. And because I'm currently a student, my dharma is also to study, to be focused in class, to give exams, to prepare for exams. All of that is also my dharma. And like Sanvi mentioned, it's also my dharma to explore not only outside but also inside to find out who I truly am, to understand my true nature. And there are various other dharmas where you care for the other person, you help others, you have these different qualities. All of that is also your dharma, something that's some of them which are natural and some because you have a particular role, you'll have to take that responsibility and do it. So we have different dharmas. And if you notice, we looked at how different things have different dharma. So tree has a different dharma, the sun has a different dharma. Now think about a seed. What is the dharma of the seed? Its dharma is that a plant grows out of the seed. It grows into a big tree. It bears fruits, and the seed inside that fruit again lets a plant grow from it. So it's a cycle. So it happens. So now here's one seed. A tree grows, it has a fruit, and the seed inside that fruit grows into another tree, and it continues to happen forever. Now there is this cycle, something that's happening. It will always continue to happen. Now that eternal dharma, again, Krishna says that I am the basis of this. It is because of me that dharma is happening. This eternal cycle of dharma is continuing to happen. Also, if you think about it, Krishna is both the cause and the material of everything that you see. So if you look at the tree, then the cause of the tree as to how the tree grew, that is also Krishna, and the tree itself is also Krishna. So Krishna is both the cause and the material. So and this cycle is being sustained by you, and the cycle itself is also Krishna. He is the basis of this cycle. That was all about this game. Here's our next game. This is called What Completes It. So I'll show you some pictures and you'll have to tell me because there's something missing in it or that needs something else to complete itself. You'll have to tell me what it is. So here's the first picture. It's of a lock. So who's going to tell me what completes it if there is something missing? Yes, Aditya.
A key.
You're right. So a lock needs a key. So without a key, a lock will not be able to do its dharma. It has no purpose. It loses its purpose if there is no key to the lock. Here's the next picture. Look at it carefully and you'll know what is missing. Yes, Grihit.
Shoelace?
Very nice. So if you look at it intently, if you look at it a little more closely, you'll see that this shoe has no lace. And without the lace, it's not able to fulfill its purpose. So a shoe is incomplete without its lace. Here's a third picture. What is it that's missing? Yes, Akshat.
A part of the pizza.
A part of the pizza. You're right. A slice of the pizza was missing, and here we have it back. Here's the last picture. What is missing here? Yes, Snigdha.
The puzzle piece.
The puzzle piece. But now we have a piece here. But if you look at it carefully, it doesn't fully complete the puzzle. You need so many other pieces, and this is also not complete. Really, we'll never know just by looking at this picture how many more puzzle pieces are required to complete this puzzle. Now I want you to think about this. For something to be complete, and if you think that you need something else to complete it, it's also necessary that you're able to divide it or separate something from it. So you're able to separate this key from the lock, you're able to separate the lace from the shoes, you're able to separate the slice of the pizza from the rest of it. You have these puzzle pieces that can be separated from this puzzle. So for something, if you think there is something that's missing and you need that to complete it, it's also necessary that in the first place it should have been divided or separated from the rest of it. This is one thing that I want you to think about. Here is a second question in this game. What is it that you need to complete yourself? What completes you? Who's going to answer this? Who's going to answer this question? You can try. You can tell me what is all of it that you think of and you desire for. Do you think that will complete you? You can answer. You can guess if you're not very sure. Yes, Jia.
So I want when I grow up, I want to be a singer, and I want to be good at drawing. So that's it completely.
Very nice. So Jia says she wants to sing and she wants to also be good at drawing. And if she becomes a singer and if she becomes really good at drawing, then it will complete her. Yes, Akshat.
Knowledge and peace of mind.
Okay, Akshat thinks you need knowledge and you need peace of mind to complete, uh, to have a complete Akshat with us. Very nice. And finally, one last person, Snigdha.
I mean, like Jia, even I should like fulfill. If I fulfill my goals, then I'll feel complete.
Very nice. So now think about it again. Go back to the previous game where we thought about what is it that changed. So if you think about it, think about the same Snigdha, the same Aditya that we had in that game all the years back. Did that Snigdha still want the same thing? Did that Jia still want to be a singer? Did she even know who a singer is? Did that Jia still want to become really good at drawing? I want all of you to think about it. So, whatever you need today, did you need it back then as well, a few years back, or even yesterday? Did you need it yesterday? All of it that you craved for today, did you need it yesterday? And will you need it tomorrow? Maybe, may not be. So, what is it that is really completing you? And if you become a singer, if you become really good at math, if you become really good at drawing, are you sure you will need nothing else and then you will be complete? Now think about it. There was something that did not change all this while. It was our consciousness, that awareness that witnessed the changing. Did that awareness need something to complete itself? So, what is it that you need, that you wanted a few years back, let's say as a baby? You wanted milk, and then you grew up a little bit. Then you started learning ABC. Then you wanted to be really good at ABC, the alphabet. You wanted to be really good at numbers. You probably achieved all of it. Now you need something else. Now you want to be a singer. So all this while you've been wanting all these different things, but somehow now we know that, now we think about all of it, now we know that none of it completed me. And we don't know if what we want now, being a singer or good at drawing, if that will ever complete us. Now I also want you to think about this. When you think about your awareness, do you think that can be split into something else, that can be divided into different parts? Think about it for a second. Can your mind or your awareness, can your consciousness be divided? Can you really separate it? No, right? Also, the consciousness never really wanted anything to feel complete, because in the first place, you can never really separate anything from the consciousness, because it's one whole, which doesn't really have different parts. It's just one unit. You can't really separate it. Also, because it's complete, you don't really need anything else to be complete. And now that you realize that you're complete, how does it feel? How does it feel when you finish a jigsaw puzzle, when you put that last piece in? Don't you feel happy that it is done? Don't you feel content that, yes, it's done? Don't you feel satisfied for that 1 minute at least, that this is done? Something that I've been working on for all of these days, now it's complete. It gives you some kind of happiness. But now think about all of it that you wanted all these days. You wanted a chocolate, you got it. So you were happy, and then it dipped. You were sad. So happiness isn't there always, right? It comes, it goes. But when you feel complete, when there is completeness, and when you realize that you're complete, then there is bliss. And what is bliss? It's not happiness, because happiness comes and goes. But bliss is something that's always there. It's a feeling of assurance that I am complete. It's a feeling of peace. You know you're peaceful. Why are you peaceful? Because you know that there is nothing about me that can be changed. My true nature that can be changed, and there is nothing that I need. So you're peaceful. You're also very content and you're satisfied. So you are blissful. And because your consciousness is here always, it'll always exist, the bliss will also exist. And now, because you've realized that there is something in me that doesn't change, there is something divine about it. When you realize that, you also realize that you're no different from Krishna. So you're one with Krishna. You're one with that consciousness. You're not limited, but you are something much higher than that. So there is this unending divine bliss. And Krishna says he is the basis of that too. And that is about this game. Now, let's sum it all up. In this shloka, Krishna says, I am the basis of the formless Brahman, something that you can't perceive with your 5 senses. You can't see it, you can't taste it, you can't smell it. You cannot perceive it, something that can't be perceived, something that has no form. He is the basis of that formless Brahman, the unchanging, the one who has no form. Then Krishna says, I am the basis of the eternal dharma. We saw how everything has a purpose, and that is somehow in a cycle. It keeps happening. It will happen forever. It has been happening for so many years, and it will continue to happen. So he is the cause and the cycle itself. Krishna also says, I am the basis of the immortal and the imperishable. That is, he never changes and he will always continue to exist. There was never a time when he did not exist. He still exists and he will continue to exist. There is no birth and death for him. And finally, he says he is the basis of this unending divine bliss. Again, here he's the cause of the bliss and he's also the bliss. So when you realize you're complete, because he is complete and because I am complete, there is this bliss that never ends, which is also very divine. And when you think about this a little more, you realize that all of this is also your nature. There is something in you that you can't describe, you can't perceive it through your five senses. Can you really perceive your consciousness with your five senses? Can you see your consciousness? Can you smell your consciousness? Can you taste it? Can you feel it? None. You can't perceive it with your five senses. And also, your consciousness, does it have a birth? Does it have a death? Does it change? We noticed how it never changes and it has always been here. It has always existed and it will continue to exist. We also saw how the consciousness is complete. It's already one. It needs nothing else to complete it. Nor can you take something away from it. Nor can you divide it or separate something from it because it is one already. And you only have to realize it. So all of this that Krishna says that I am the basis of is also your true nature. Now, I want all of you to share your understanding about this shloka. Whatever you take away, whatever you found to blow your mind, please share. Yes, Sohan.
So I had the internet problem, but what I understood was Krishna says, I am present everywhere.
Yes.
Immortal, ancient, immortal, everything. And he says that, like in the past sloka, we heard about a story about you which saying Narasimha. So the child was saying Vishnu, Vishnu, Vishnu. So he is present everywhere. He said to his father, who said, I am the only God present here. But we that is the same happening here, that Krishna is saying, if there is nothing, it's dark, nothing. I am there in the universe from the starting of when the universe started till it is destroyed by something. We didn't find almost everything about the universe till we find this is going to destroy, and if we save only, the universe is going to exist for a longer time.
You're right.
So we are
You're right when you say that Krishna is in all of it that earth has. He's in the trees, he's in all of it that you can see. In Prahlada story, he's there in the pillar, he's there he is there in earth. So you're right when you say that Krishna is in all of this. You're also right that the universe was created sometime and may not exist in the future. But like we discussed in the first game, if you remember, there was something that was formless, the nirguna, and there was something which had a form, which is this saguna. So this form, the universe and everything in the universe, like the earth and all of us in the universe, we may all of this that has a form may one day not exist. But where is all of this situated? In something that has no form, the space, that will continue to exist. That is immortal and imperishable. Very nice, Sohan. Very good. Yes, Snigdha.
I understood that Krishna is the formless Brahman, the immortal and imperishable, the eternal dharma, and the unending divine bliss. And I also understood that you may be changing physically and maybe your personalities may change as you grow up. But then the only thing that doesn't change or it doesn't really die or it doesn't really have birth is your pure consciousness. And I also understood that Krishna is everywhere and he neither dies or he never dies or he neither is born. Like he's immortal and imperishable. So he's like always there with us. So,
Very nice. Very
and
nice.
also I understood that everything like has a life to it, and everything like they get born and they die. But the pure consciousness, it never gets born and it never dies.
Very nice. Very nice, Snigdha. Very nice, Sohan. Thank you, both of you. Yes, Grihit.
So I understood that Krishna
Hmm.
never has that death. He just will be living forever.
Hmm.
So that's all I understood.
Very nice. Very nice, Grihit. And that is also your true nature. The real you will never die. It was never born, and you will always continue to exist. Yes, Jia.
So what I understood was Krishna says that he's the formless Brahma, immortal and imperishable, and unending divine bliss. And also, as Sohan said that last class, he told about the story, and over there, Vishnu was everywhere. Yeah, that's all I understood.
Very nice. Excellent, Jia. Yes, Akshat.
So what I understood is that the two Brahman cannot be separated, and it is the Nirguna, the formless.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Akshat. Yes, Sai.
Good evening, Akang. Good evening, Guruji. I was absent for 2 weeks. 2 weeks for some program in my house. In today's class, I understood the term dharma. Krishna says that as you told. Uh, as all the living beings has its own dharma. For example, for example, if sun doesn't gives its sunlight, the all plants and human being all the beings will die. And another example, if that's it. And that's all I understood.
Very nice.
And
Thank you so much. Yes.
and uh, I understood that something is there, formless and shapeless, which has no birth and no death.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Sai Kiran.
And that term is called Krishna.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you so much. Yes, Aditya.
So I understood that everything around us is changing, and this changing is what like the we desire to have all these changing things. Like I desire to have food, I desire to have water, and I desire to have all these objects. But this is all just an illusion. Those won't give me eternal happiness or complete peace. What really gives me is understanding who I really am, and that's like you said, that's like the missing piece of the puzzle for me. So like how in the case of us, it's me and the Brahman. Those are the two pieces which complete the whole picture. And that Brahman is nothing but Krishna, and he's present everywhere, and he is the unchanging. And once we realize this, that's when we have eternal happiness and eternal peace. And that's what is truly unchanging, and that's what's really supposed to be our dharma in life, to understand this and to share our learnings with other people. This is what I understood.
Yes. Thank you so much, Aditya. Yes, Raghavi.
Yes, so I understood that life is a cycle and that each phase of the cycle has a different dharma. But Krishna is the base of but Krishna is the base of dharma, and he is the reason why dharma even exists. He is the cause and the material. And I also understood that everything around us, all our desires are just an illusion, and that our consciousness is already complete. It has no birth or death. And that's
Very nice. Thank you so much, Raghavi. Yes, Rohan.
I understood that there's some energy which doesn't have a birth and doesn't have a death. That energy is Krishna, and everything, the materialistic things and the non-materialistic things, everything is Krishna.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Rohan. Sanvi, would you like to add something or share what you understood?
Yeah, yeah. So I understood that everything around us, in us, is changing, whether we realize it or not. And the only thing unchanging is Brahman and our pure consciousness. So when we realize it, we can get to experience divine bliss.
Very nice. Thank you so much. Swanandi, would you like to share what you take away from this class?
Yeah, I understood that the entire world is made up of like two things, if we summarize the Brahman and the materialistic things. All the materialistic things, even if we don't realize, are always changing, but the Brahman is not changing at all. It is always there, like it's there in every one of us present here, everyone. And once we realize that this Brahman is complete, we don't need any external things, to complete it, then we end up, having the bliss in us, the divine bliss.
Very nice.
And I would also like to add up one more thing is that my name, Swanandi, it actually means the divine bliss.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice, Swanandi. Thank you so much for sharing it.
One small addition, Swanandi.
Yes, Ji.
It said it is made up of two things, Brahman and the material.
Yes, Ji.
When you notice what Manya said, the change, what you experience in life, is itself Brahman. It's the changing aspect of Brahman, and the unchanging aspect of Brahman is the Nirguna. So actually, there are no two things. There is no Brahman and something material. There are no two things. There is only that divine consciousness, which is itself appearing as the world also.
Okay, Ji. Got it.
To give you an example, Ji,
Huh?
so imagine you are looking at waves in an ocean. What are waves? What are waves made up of?
They are due to the force of water, they are formed.
Yeah, but what is wave made up of? What is wave made up of?
It's just water and other particles.
It is just water, right? What is ocean made up of?
Water.
So the basis of both ocean and the wave is water only, right?
Yes, Ji.
It is water which appears as the ocean. It is water which appears as the wave. Depending upon what you are noticing, you may say, oh, this is a small wave or this is a big wave. Or you may say, oh, I see the ocean. But fundamentally, what is appearing as ocean and wave? It is water. Like that, the divine consciousness is appearing as all the forms that you are seeing.
Okay, Ji. Now it's much more clearer.
All right.
Thanks.
There's one with the Zoom name Shilpa Shiv. Would you like to share what you take away from this class?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you everyone for sharing your understanding. As we move towards the end of the session, there is something I'd suggest all of you to do. There's this really very interesting story. It's the story of Uddalaka and Shvetaketu. It's related to this shloka. I won't reveal how, but if you look at the question below this picture, that somehow relates or connects to the shloka that we just finished, I would encourage all of you to read this story. It's a short story and you'll find it online. I'd recommend you all read it after class. With that, I request all of you to join your hands, keep your back straight, close your eyes, open your heart, and chant with me Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you. Hari Om.